Hey there, everybody. Happy afternoon. We're going to do a little bit of Instagram training today. So, I wanted to share my screen and show you some things that I think will be a quick and easy thing for you to make a change on your Instagram profile to get some good bang for the buck. A lot of bang for the buck because there's no buck, it's all free. So, nothing I'm going to show you here really costs any money. So, this is what my Instagram profile looks like. And if you'll notice, there's a couple of things I want you to see. Get over here. Get it a little bit bigger. Okay. I want you to scroll up. And we really want to talk about this area here, right? Because we've really got a couple inches by 1 inch, basically, by the time you look it over. So your name's at the top, of course. And then you can call yourself whatever. So you might want to call this the name of your real estate team, your brokerage, whatever you want. But I converted my account to a business account a long time ago because that gave me the ability to boost posts if I want and to see additional, basically, analytics than you can on a personal. And the good thing with Instagram, unlike Facebook, on this one feature, it's very interchangeable. You can change to a business account and change back to a personal, and it doesn't really affect much of anything else. So I recommend that. Now here, because I'm a business account, it's going to have me choose a job title or category. And what I find is those categories change from time to time. So I don't know if that's on there anymore. Every time I look, it's got a little bit something different. So come up with whatever you want to be there. And then the main thing I want you to get out of this part down here is use every letter possible, right? Use all of this space as well as you can with whether it's describing yourself personally, your job roles, put some emojis in there, something to grab their attention when they're looking. So I put attorney, speaker, broker, associate, and I put some little icons for those. You can also put hashtags and people can find you by realtor, social media, Fredericksburg, Texas. Then something that we're going to cover later in the week in more detail, if you've got a lot of, if you get one link basically on Instagram. So if for you, there's only one thing you'd want to send them to, then go ahead and use that for it. If you're like me and you've got several places you'd like to send them, several social media sites, websites, different things like that, then it's really great to use this Linktree resource. But we can talk about that in the future training when we do Linktree. But what I'm going to really focus on this morning, see, we've got some other fun things down here, like we're going to have a session on these highlight buttons and using stories to their biggest effect. But what I want you to focus on for today is my profile photo. And I find that this is really tricky, throws a lot of us, I think, and it's hard for us to realize it's so very small. If you picture that being your phone, every time I do this, I feel like I have to crop in closer and closer and closer on my face. So you're like, well, I get asked all the time, how did you get that bright ring around your profile? And what does it matter? Well, it matters because it makes it stand out. Let's take a look. So when you're looking in stories here at the top, like this is my page and I'm seeing everyone's story populating, Instagram automatically puts this kind of little red, orange, purpley ring around you. But I think mine really stands out well because of this bright turquoise ring I made. I love what my friend Brandy did here. She also had some photos done with a bright background behind her. So just imagine that yellow really pops, doesn't it? You could use that and as well as a ring. There's my buddy Mary and our son Chase. But you see how if you aren't careful, you just blend in. And as all things in social media, we're really trying to stand out. But here's where I think it really stands out. Look in our comments here. There's my buddy Ella. So we've got people all the way down here. Look at this. This is talking about, this is our 75 hard challenge I posted about the other day. But I know it's not a huge difference, but there is a difference, right? Do you see how the green ring kind of makes it pop? Now, the ones I've seen that really honestly probably pop the most is like a bright red, but it didn't really fit my brand. So, that's okay. That's what we got for right now. So how do we get this? Because say someone has a ton of comments on one of their posts, don't you really want yours to stand out as much as possible? Of course we do. So here's how I made it. I simply went into Canva and I took whatever photo I was going to use. And let's see, what do y'all think? Should we try to make this into a fuchsia one? Do something different? What do you think? Why not? Why not? So basically, I just took a photo. And yes, it's a little grainy by the time you blow it up that much, but we know we're going to shrink it down to about the size of your pinky nail. So it's going to be fine. I made sure and had this photo cropped as a square. Okay. And then I simply went over here to elements. Let's just go ahead and do this. Let's just go ahead and remove this element. And see the way I did that, I had to layer them on top. Okay, so it's gone. So all I've got there is a square photo. And in reality, no matter how much you think you don't need to crop in, you probably do. I don't know if it's going to let me because it's really, it's not good. It's a document. But in reality, I probably would honestly get even closer. But, it's kind of a hard one because my hair was in front. And I kind of wanted that to show. But let's just go get under shapes. Let's go get a circle. And you have to test this. Here's what I do. I go into Canva, then I upload on Instagram and go, man, I did not realize how far back my face looks. And so sometime I'll go and I'll edit it and I'll do it again and again and again until I get it right. Okay, so here's your basic circle, right? Let's just take that old boring gray thing. That's not going to get any attention, is it? Now, what I want to do is I want to make the circle as big as I can get away. Because do you notice that the circle's getting fatter as it gets bigger? So that when we get like this, it gets skinnier, doesn't it? So we want a really fat circle. Okay. We're going to try to have that centered the best we can. Good. What do y'all think? Let's go over here and try to pick a color. I want one that works with my brand, but also is really stands out. What do y'all think? I'm really not much of a magenta person, but I don't know, maybe. It's not more of that hot pink family. I got to make it bright. See all I'm doing here? I'm just playing around until I find a really bright, kind of fun color. What y'all think? We can live with that one? Let's live with that one. Okay, so I've made the circle as big as I can. Now, I'm going to go up here, see the little plus sign? Can y'all see that up there, hopefully? Right above the photo, there's some little icons, plus, and it's going to duplicate that feature, that function. Now, what it did, of course, it made it offset, right? So my point is to make it thicker. I'm shrinking it in. Kind of see that? See how the center there? There you go. Okay. I've got even a little more. Let's go one more because it takes a lot of being bold. Trust me. On these for it to work because it's just such a tiny little photo. And see, it already kept the color we chose, so we didn't have to worry about that. Should we do one more? Let's get crazy. Let's do one more. Especially since I'm not that close up on this photo. Anyway, with my face, take up maximum space. See, there's nothing that magical about that, right? But what it's going to do is make my photo show up really well. So let's try this. Let's download it. And then I'm going to send it over. So here's the steps you have to go through. I can't really show you all this because Instagram, unfortunately, I cannot show this on my phone. You'll just have to word for it. I even tried to see that you can log onto Instagram and see some things, but most things you really can't do on Instagram directly. So what I did is I'm opening it up. I'm opening up my text on my laptop. And I'm going to text this over to myself. You could email it, text it, whatever works for you, right? So pull up that dialog box. We got this Untitled Design right here under downloads. I'm going to text it over to myself because I need to get it on my phone. So that could be a text or an email. Closing back those windows. Now, I know you can't really see it at the moment, but take my word for it. I'm checking my text. I'm taking the photo. And I'm going to hit download. Save image. Now I'm going to Instagram. And I'm going into my profile. Touch my photo there. Let's see. Edit profile. We can see where that is, right? Oh, back over here. So I'm just going now into edit profile because I texted it to myself. Change. If you click that, it says change profile photo. I'm not sure. Let's do that. And it says choose from library. And I'm kind of adjusting it a little bit. Done. Oh, I think that's kind of nice. Now I'm going to send this over and see what you guys think about it. I know it's just a small little thing, but it's one of the most common questions I get is how did you get that cool bright circle on your name? And it's just so easy. You guys could do this in 5 minutes, right? I'm going to save that. I'm going to text it back over to myself. There's a screenshot of the whole thing, so I want you to see. Okay, let's go over here, guys, real quick. You know, we like to do little bite-sized trainings here in Realtor Bootcamp. That is our claim to fame. Small things that you can implement well. There we go. I think that just came through. Perfect. I know some of you guys have tried this in the past. I know some of you have asked me about it in the past too, so I thought this would always be something of benefit there. Okay, now we've got it there. Now we're going to do this. We're in uploads. Now I'm going to let you guys see. You should be able to see this again because I'm uploading it. There we go. So remember, we have this one. Now let's put this new one on top. I'm going to drag it right into the screen. What do you think? Not bad, huh? So just so you can see the two, there's that one. And then I've got that one. I don't know. I think just to break it up, that hot pink one's kind of fun. So that's the kind of thing that's going to make a small change, but make a big difference and cost you no money. So guys, give that a whirl. Put a big old thick ring there in some color you might like. Then remember to make sure and use all the words and characters here you can till it maxes you out. And it'll tell you when you can't do any more. So let me look and see if you guys have any questions. Otherwise, we'll leave it right there. Okay, no questions. If you have any questions after, because I know a lot of you guys watch this live, feel free to dive in and take a look at that later and pop the questions on there and I'll answer them. Otherwise, you guys have an amazing day. See y'all later.